Apologetics at HBU is an incredible opportunity to fulfill what Peter said, to be ready always to give an answer of the hope that lies within you. I just want you, before we conclude, to address why it's so important now more than ever for every believer to be literate in apologetics. I mean, this is not restricted for pastors and associate pastors. Yeah, I love what Jonathan Edwards said: every father is a pastor and every family is a church. And fathers and mothers, particularly young people, university students, can benefit from the online courses available in apologetics through HBU. Why is it important in your estimation after those 100 debates?
32 debates on 100 campuses.
Yeah, but why would it be important?
You know, in the book of Revelation, Jesus says to the church at Laodicea was very wealthy. Laodicea was a very wealthy city. It had been destroyed, leveled by an earthquake, and the Roman government said, hey, let us help with the financial assistance to rebuild. And they said, no thanks. And they had so much money, they rebuilt it, and they built a big stadium in Laodicea, dedicated it to the emperor, and it was totally funded by a single person. So, I mean, these people were well off and everything. And so they became very lax in their faith and all this, and they got rebuked for that. They said, you guys think you've got everything, you don't need anybody? No, you're wretched and you're poor in spirit, you know. And so he's rebuking them because they had just become very stagnant in their faith. And I think that's happened in Western culture. We get sucked into the tide of our culture. And if you're not learning apologetics, you're going to get sucked into that because the culture is saying you guys are wrong as Christians. You know, you're out, the Bible isn't true. If we're Christians, we ought to know why the book that promises us salvation, we ought to know why it's true. And if our book is not true, then how can we be certain of heaven? How can anybody be certain of heaven? Certainly our culture can. They'll just say, well, God's good. Well, how do they know that? They don't have any foundation for that. We've got a foundation. We've got a solid one because Christ rose from the dead. So it can give us a firm anchor for our faith, reason to know that Christianity is true, not get carried away by the tide of our culture. And plus, we are supposed to be lights in the world. Jesus told us to be light in the world, salt that preserves the morality. And we can't do that unless we're certain of the faith of ourselves and then sharing that faith with others. So apologetics, we need it for our own spiritual health, and so we can be healthy vessels to share the good news, the light that Jesus gives to a lost and dark world.